Hey guys, Kingkade here and welcome back to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be showing y'all if this brand new flame truck on a dusty trip is worth it or not. Let's get right into this. So if y'all don't already know, they added this brand new flame truck right here that currently costs 800 Robux. So I went ahead and bought it and I'm going to be showing y'all if it's worth it. So it does say it's 200% faster, but that is actually not the case and I'll show y'all why. So let's go ahead and hop into a game and check this out. So once you're in the game, the flame truck will be in the back by the van. So the flame truck is actually this one right here, which there are a few upsides to having the flame truck, such as you do get an extra radiator and an extra engine and also an extra fuel tank. So you can go ahead and toss all of these in here. So let's just go ahead and toss them in. So they do all go in the front. There we go. And then we can go ahead and toss these doors on. So let's do this. And then we have this fuel tank right here, which we'll also put on. So we have a radiator, engine, and then fuel tank right there. And then we also have the main ones in the building as well. So we can go ahead and leave the engine behind unless you want to take it for the extra oil. But we're going to go ahead and take the radiator just because it does have some extra water in it that we can use later on. So that is an upside. You do get 5 liters extra of water. And then we can go ahead and take this gas can right here. So that is the other upside to this one as well. You do get an extra 9 liters of gas. So that is also one of the other upsides. So once we have everything attached, all we gotta do is put on the wheels. Also, by the way, I usually don't put the hood on because we would have to take it off and on like every now and then just fill up the radiator. So I just never put the hoods on cars. So now you have the option of if you want regular wheels or the big wheels back here. I haven't tried it with the big wheels, but to be honest, I think it might be easier with them. But the big wheels, I think that it also might make it easier to flip. So I've just been using the regular wheels over here, but if you want to, you can go ahead and test it with the big wheels. But once we finish tossing these on and start driving, you will see the downside. So there we go, we got everything. Let's go ahead and hop in here. So let's go ahead and hop in, close the door, and turn it on. So the first downside is the view. So look at this. It is pretty hard to see the road. Like this giant thing right here is just blocking it compared to the van. This is what the van looks like. Very easy to see everything. And then back over to the truck. As you can see, very hard to see stuff. So it's much harder to see upcoming rocks, which does make it a little bit harder. So here we go. Let's go ahead and start driving. So an upside to this is that you do go twice as fast, but only with the starter engine. If you switch engines at all, you no longer go twice as fast. I went ahead and tried this. I got to nearly 20,000 meters and I kept using different engines, and you only go twice as fast with the starter engine. So you don't go twice as fast with any other engine. I mean, you do go as fast as if you were using like a tier 2 engine or something. Not as fast as the VA engine though. So that is another downside. So another downside is that I feel like it's very easy to flip over in this car, because sometimes I'm just regularly turning and I need to like avoid a rock. So I kind of like steer off road and then I very easily flip over. I didn't flip over right there, but if you're going like very fast, it is very easy to flip over sometimes, which can make it very annoying. And sometimes if the road is slippery, such as if it's raining, then it does make it pretty hard to avoid that stuff. So that is another reason I don't like it. Let's go ahead and swap this out. Another issue is the brakings. If I go ahead and brake, I feel like it stops very late, even if I go ahead and click the SD to go back. That might not be the car's fault, but I feel like whenever I use a van, if I click the brake right there, it would stop the van very fast. But this one, it rolls for a long time, even while I'm clicking S to make it go backwards. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this up. Another downside that I found is that it doesn't hold things very well. Like you can hold a lot more things on the van, and sometimes it is pretty difficult to attach stuff. Sometimes it's kind of easy, but sometimes it can be kind of difficult because some spots are kind of weird. Also, some of y'all might not see this as a downside, but it is pretty difficult to empty out the gas. Like right now I'm trying to put diesel in, and to empty out the gas, we can't just remove a wheel. We actually have to grab this one and then attach it to the car at the same time. So we gotta like lift it up. So we gotta place it and then just hope it kind of like lifts the car up, and then we gotta place it back down by clicking Z. And there we go. The car just like randomly flipped. And alright, that was kind of weird. But anyway, as you can see, we were able to click F and then quickly attach it to the bottom. So now it is emptying. But yeah, very hard to empty out whenever you really need it. So that is kind of annoying. The other cars, all you gotta do is remove one wheel, which makes it a lot easier. We also found a VA engine. So I'll show y'all what I mean. But it doesn't go twice as fast with everything. So we'll go ahead and make sure everything is stacked. There we go. So we got a VA engine, a diesel, and max water. And now if we go ahead and start driving, so here we go. Let's go ahead and start driving. So we won't go very fast. We'll go like the normal speed as if you were to have a VA engine in a regular car. So as you can see, we're only going like 120 miles per hour, about the same speed as if we were to have the other engine. So yeah, I mean, we are kind of at a slant, but technically we should be going like a lot more, like over 200 probably, because with the normal car, sometimes I go over like 200 200 kilometers per hour with a V8 engine, but in this one, we're only going like 120. So it's not very good. As you can see, we aren't going times 2 speed. I did like kind of just crash right there. But as you can see, that was not times 2 speed. If it were to be times 2 speed, it would be a lot more. That's like the same speed as if we were to have the other engine at the beginning place. And once again, if you hit like a small rock in the road, you have a high chance of flipping over. Earlier, whenever I got to like 15,000 meters, I flipped over twice just from a very small rock in the road. So overall, I wouldn't really recommend getting this, and I'm probably just gonna switch back over to the van, because with the van, it has a lot more surface area. It's a lot easier to see because this view is terrible, and I kind of feel like it goes faster with the V8 engine. This one with the V8 engine, I feel like it goes kind of slow. The only upside is that you do start with extra gas, an extra 9 liters of gas, and also an extra radiator, so that's an extra 5 liters of water. So besides that, I wouldn't recommend getting it. I mean, if you have the Robux to spare, then I kind of would recommend getting it just for the extra radiator and the extra fuel, but I would not use the truck, and I'm probably not going to use it again because I just really don't like it, and I'm going to go ahead and switch back over to the van. But I'll let y'all decide if y'all think this is worth it or not. But anyway, that's going to be all for this video, so make sure you leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see y'all in the next video.